Board and card games have been around for ages, but do they really have a place in your ESL classroom? Will these supposedly fun activities actually benefit your students, or are they just a waste of time? Sure, there are digital games, but you cannot deny that there is something special about the tactile nature of physical games that can't be replicated on a screen. So, is it worth giving board and card games a try in your classroom? Hi, I'm Brett, and as a board game hobbyist, I have implemented board and card games in my ESL classrooms for many years. Through trial and error, I've had great success with these games that I'll show you. I'll tell you how they work and even how to bend and break the rules to make them truly meaningful and enjoyable for you and your students, as there is a game for everyone. Let's dive right into our first video, shall we? And without any particular order, let's kick things off with the card game of Cockroach Poker. At its heart, Cockroach Poker is a very simple bluffing card game for 2 to 6 players with the average playtime of about 20 to 30 minutes. This game can be modified to have more players and an even shorter playing time, which I'll get back to shortly. The main idea is to pass off your cards onto your other player's table space. If there are ever 4 cards of the same type in front of a player, that player loses the game and everyone else wins. After shuffling the cards and dealing them out evenly to all the players, the starting player will choose a card that they want to play face down to the player of their choice and announce what it is, whether it be a lie or the truth. This is a cockroach, for example. The receiving player must then judge whether it is true, yes it is, or not true, no it isn't, or pass if uncertain. Should the receiving player misjudge, the receiving player would then put the card on his or her player area face up. The receiving player then becomes the bluffer, and that would continue until someone else misjudges. Remember, 4 cards of the same creatures on a player's area will end the game. Shortening the game is as simple as reducing the tally of mistake cards that are displayed in front of a player from 4 to 3. Also, you can reduce the deck size. And lastly, you could avoid the pass ability to make the game even faster and simpler. If you want variation, you could also do away with the cute whimsical creatures and use a pack of playing cards as well. It truly is an easily adjustable game. Overall, this is a fun filler game with a great table presence that you and your students can enjoy. You can find this game on Amazon or Don Quixote, or even some major department stores for a great price. The next game on this list is Spot It. Spot It is a fast and fun filler game that lasts no longer than 5 minutes or sooner. There are many variations of this game, but for English teaching purposes, I've only concentrated on the alphabet and numbers and shapes versions. Each of the 31 card sets have only one matching number or letter, although they may be of different size on the card. To play, students are to announce the corresponding match in English before they discard their card. The first person to discard all of their cards is the winner. There are many variations on how to play this game, making it a very versatile, supporting not only up to 6 players, but whole classes as a team if they are in a line. However, this game really isn't suitable for older students, as the novelty wears itself out quickly. I tend to mix these 2 sets together often to provide a longer playing time and variation. This game is a little harder to find. I found it on Amazon and some board game websites, but it is worthwhile to have, seeing as how inexpensive and portable it is. The third entry on this list is Word on the Street by Out of the Box Games. Word on the Street is a fun category to word game that uses the spelling of a word to move tiles on the street to be captured in their player area. As is, it is a game for 2 to 10 players, ages 12 and up, and lasts approximately 20 to 30 minutes without any modifications to the rules. The object of the game is to come up with a word from the double-sided category card and then move the corresponding letters towards themselves, spelling the word within a sand timer limit. These letters can shuffle from side to side based on the words chosen by each player or team of players. A letter is captured once it leaves the board. Once 8 letters are captured by a player or team, the game is over. When using word on the street in the classroom, I modify this game. I don't use the category cards, and I have the students or myself use categories that we have previously studied, such as days of the week, food, animals, etc. I removed the stressful sand timer, and I also changed the captured letter winning condition from 8 to 3 or 4, thereby reducing game time to about 10 to 15 minutes. Word on the Street then becomes a well-rounded English vocabulary reinforcement game and a team-building experience. I have used this game successfully with students from the ages 10 to adults, in small groups to large classes with 30+ students. Actually, after watching this video, you will probably surmise that you could make your own version of this game using letter cards in 2 lanes, whether it be on a table or on a whiteboard. However, in defense of the product, Word on the Street is a great party game, and I am glad to have it in my collection. The categories are fun, and the production value is very high. You can find this game on Amazon for a reasonable price. And so ends my first video I have ever made. If you have followed this video up to this point, I thank you. Drop me a like if you found this content useful. I will follow up with more videos of this kind and others to help fellow teachers. Before you go, comment on what board or card games you use in your classroom. Happy teaching, everyone!